Hey guys, well, call me a glutton for punishment, but I went and got myself another Eico 950A. This one was on eBay, nobody else bid on it, so I got it. It was pretty well packed in terms of shipping, but it got pretty badly thrown around en route from Colorado. So the Magic Eye got thrown out of its bracket and smashed. So there was lots of glass rattling around inside when the thing arrived. But that's no big deal because I got a box of Russian Magic Eye tubes somewhere. I just may have to do a little bit of tweaking to make them work in this application. My thinking was I got one of these before, but when I opened it up, it had been so completely mangled inside that it didn't bear any resemblance to the original circuit. And on top of that, it had been really badly modified in terms of soldering and whatever. And so I just gutted the thing. The mains transformer was also damaged, which is always a risk with these guys. So I did manage to find a new source of a mains transformer. However, I didn't really have the internals, particularly this wafer switch, had lots of differences in the wiring versus the standard, and I really just didn't feel confident enough to strip it all down and start over. So I thought if I get another one someday, which has the internals reasonably close to original, I can then get that one going and then use it as a reference to basically rebuild the other one, and then I'll find a home for one of them. So that was the thinking. So as well as the Magic Eye being whacked here, one of these posts was also missing, and I thought actually that's going to be a big, more serious problem than the Magic Eye, because the chances of finding another. In fact, these are loose, or at least some of them are. And so I found inside in the packet with the glass was actually the insulating washer and the nut which held the post on, because I had originally thought somebody had taken the post to use it for another project or something. But having seen that, I thought, okay, maybe it came undone and all the vibrations on the way here. So I went rooting around in the packing. Fortunately, I hadn't thrown it away. And I went rooting in the packing and the plastic bag and everything that was in, and sure enough, down in the bottom, I found this guy. So, we are good. So, the front dial, and this is also in much better condition than the other one I have. So, the thing right now is to maybe get this one going, and then see about using this as a reference for completely rewiring the other one from scratch. Well, here we go. I got to this one quicker than I thought because I'm still waiting for hinges for the solar, etc. So this one looks pretty original. Wiring is not too bad. I found another 1629 Magic Eye, so I don't need to worry about modifying for the Russian ones. Replaced all the caps. And I did check them, and they were all way out of tolerance. So, but there was sort of the usual gunky melted wax everywhere. So I was going to swap them all out anyway. So that's all done. The resistors all were within the 20%. One of them might be slightly on the edge, but I figured I'd give it a shot. And so yeah, having done all of that, and fired it up. Basically, she works. It probably needs a lot of calibration and stuff. It's not as accurate when you're measuring capacitance values as the solar is. So I might have to mess around with that a little bit. And the leakage test works both on the electrolytics and the papers. So yeah, I think I have my reference machine. I can put all this back together, and then when I get time to rebuild the other one, I'll use this as my master reference, especially when it comes to completely rewiring this wafer switch selector down here. So yeah, that turned out to be way less traumatic than the other one. And so yeah, always nice to have. Okay guys, I'm calling this one done. I rechecked everything, and the one capacitor that I hadn't changed was this little guy, 200 picofarad. And I usually assume these guys are okay, but I have seen other folks saying that these are just as likely to go bad as the regular paper paper waxies. So I did take it out, I measured it, I replaced it, I did check it on the solar box, and capacitance wise it's within 10% and there's no leakage. And of course I checked it on this as well once I put this back together, and same result. So this guy's okay. So the only problem with it really is the transformer does get rather hot. I don't know whether it doesn't like the 50 hertz or if there's something else. I put a line monitor on the output of the Variac, and I think consumes about 20 watts, which to me would seem about reasonable for a device like this. So it works fine so long as I don't leave it on for an hour, and I guess I'll only be using it from time to time to check the occasional cap for leakage. So I'm going to say this is done for now, and I'll use this as my reference later on to do the other one. So done for now.